G'day and welcome back to Duck Solar Gaming and Haut-Beyleron. Yes, we are back here on Haut-Beyleron and continuing on with our farming. Alright, a couple of things I need to clear up. As you would know, we are in the final throes of our Elm Creek series, and I have now decided that I'm going to retire the Haut-Beyleron series as well. So similar to what we did with Elm Creek, we're going to play through to the end of this game year and then we'll retire this series. So currently in June, we've got a fair bit of gameplay to get through yet. If I bring up our calendar, you'll see that being in June, we've still got the harvest of our wheat, barley and canola, oat fields to do. And then obviously we'll also get the full harvest of all the other products as well, coming towards the end of the year. In December, we'll just sell up everything and see what we've made as far as profits go. Now, in the previous episode, we were selling off some of our products and clearing off because it's a good sell time at the moment. And we made a fair bit of money. We're up to about 3.9 million. You'll notice now that we're down to $963,000. Now, the reason being is we've expanded the farm. So yes, we've spent all our money and we've invested on new fields. So as you can see now, if I bring up the farmland, we own all these fields up in through here. So I think it was 33, 34, 30, 32, and 26 we bought, 46 we bought, and the other ones we already owned. I think that was right. Anyway, I think 31 we bought as well. So we just bought that middle band effectively, except for 24. So all these fields through there. So that gives us a few more things to deal with. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take this load from here and we're going to go sell this off. This is the load of juices and jams we had to sell. So we're going to take this off, sell it off, and then we're going to continue from there. All right. So I hope everyone is doing well. We're doing quite well here. We have had a bit of a delay. You would obviously have noticed that the video sort of stopped a bit. So we are, as I said in, I think it's the Ebony Island video that's gone live, I think, today. We moved from the NVIDIA camp to the AMD camp. So we've gone from our 3080, which was just giving us some problems, not necessarily on Farming Sim, but on other games. And we've moved to a 7900 XT. Now, it's a generation leap, so it is the next generation, even though it's a different camp. And by and large, it's been running really, really well. However, the problem was the opposite of NVIDIA. NVIDIA was having problems with games like Modern Warfare, where it was a driver-orientated type problem. Now, Modern Warfare runs perfectly with this card. Not a problem at all. Getting high frame rates and all that sort of stuff. Running really, really well. However, Farming Sim's been running like a dog. I did my first few episodes of Ebony Island recording, and they were fine. Then all of a sudden, I came back to record this map and also Riverview, and it was tanking. I was getting 10, 15 frames a second. It just wasn't performing very well at all. It's taken me a good week and a bit playing around, trying to get things working, and I still haven't got it really 100% stable to what I want. And one of the tricks I actually found, and I don't know what it is, even putting it on lower settings, I was still getting this problem. What I've found, and I don't know if any of you have found the same thing with AMD, instead of actually launching it, so I'm playing with the Giants version of the game. I don't have the Steam version, and that may also make a difference. I'm using the Giants version of the game, so it goes through the Giants launcher. What I found is if I launch the game through the Giants launcher, I get very shitty performance. Okay, I get a lot of that lag and jumping around, and it just does not behave very well. If I launch it from the AMD, AMD Infinity Adrenaline Driver or whatever the hell they call it, I can launch the game from there directly, and obviously it loads its default, all the settings you've got set in the launching software for AMD. I get much better performance, and that's what I'm getting now. I seem to be getting a much better performance from the game using that method of launching the game. So that's what I'm trying at the moment. So hopefully you see maybe an increase in the quality of the production that's coming out, like as in the raw video from the game. I don't know. The colours are a little bit more vibrant. I'm generally seeing a general production, a general increase in stability, but I'm really not 100% sold on it yet in relation to farming sim. But sometimes you'll sort of see it tends to want to skip a bit, but I'll fine tune that obviously. So I hope you can put up with that. Shit, we've got a lot of wool there. I think we might have to go sell some wool. All right, what's our sell rate for wool? Let's have a look. Wool. Wool's at a low point now. Max price 4,000. Got over $1 million worth of wool sitting there. Anyway, that's all right. You know what? Let me have a look at our production points. Because I've also got some cotton I need to bring up from the cotton field. Where are we? Okay. The spinnery has plenty of wool. Okay. So that's okay. We'll just continue on. Okay. What else have I got in here? I've got plenty of juice. Now, if I have a look back in here, oh, not there, this one here, have a look and see. So we've still got maple syrup, oatmeal, fruit salad. I'm just seeing what else there is a lot of to sell off. Peanut oil, there's a fair bit of peanut oil we could sell off. There's not a huge amount of product here at the moment to do that. Just give me 2 seconds while I just get rid of that. Right, I said a quick Discord out because I also do believe, one other thing is I was thinking, and I think Discord is another part that's really sort of playing up with game performance lately. So I tend to find I get better performance if I have Discord entirely shut off, which doesn't help when I'm trying to talk to people as I'm playing. But anyway, that's all good. Pear juice, that's not viable till February, but that probably doesn't really matter. But what I need to be aware of is the more I let this stock up, the more I'm going to have to sell at the end of the year. So I do need to purge some of this stuff out. Now, at the moment, around the farm, what have we got to do? Let's have a quick look. Insofar as crops go, there is nothing ready to harvest. So there's nothing to harvest anywhere here that we need to work on. Now, field 13, I don't know why I purchased field 13 because we've got nothing on there. In fact, what I might do, do I sell it? Oh, well, I'm just going to sell it because I can't be bothered going up there and doing any work on it because realistically, the only thing I can put on there at the moment is grass, and I've got more than enough grass behind me, so it's just a waste of having that field. So we'll just get rid of it until the AI plants it and it's going to be ready. That's okay. So we've got plenty of fields coming up. So we've got these 2 fields here that need to be seeded. Now, have we got time to seed them? No. Again, so those fields aren't going to turn around. They would have been in the next cycle. I was going to seed them for wheat, barley, canola. Canola actually was what I was going to do. But anyway, so those 2 are out of the picture now too. So we just got to think about how we're going to go about winding everything down. Now, I think in relation to our manufactured goods, again, I mean, because we're on the wind down, it's it changes this way we're going to do things, I guess. Now, I could just go all out and get this producing to maximum. And you know what? There's probably no reason why I shouldn't. So let's just put this all on manure. Because we've also got some manure we need to use. So if I keep on using up all this, then we can sell off the excess stock as well. So just go through, fix all this up. I guess you may be interested in what we're going to do with the replacement of Haut-Beyleron and Elm Creek. So at this point in time, I'm not planning on getting rid of Riverview. I'm not planning on getting rid of Ebony Island. I'm umming and ahhing about getting rid of Southern Cross. Southern Cross is just going to be another one. Don't know why chocolate cannoli was turned off. I've got plenty of chocolate. That's just another one that we basically should have been doing, but we haven't been doing in relation to doing some more work. And I think Southern Cross will bite the bullet soon. We pretty much own all the fields, so I think that'll be starting to close down as well. So what have I got planned next? So I have a new map coming from a map author that I really like and enjoy working on his maps. And I'm going to bring that map to you, and we're going to do a map preview or map review of that when it comes out, which is going to be very, very soon. And I'm also going to do a new series on it. Now, the new series on that map is going to be a vanilla series. So I'd like a vanilla challenge. So, whoops, I didn't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we are going to run a full, the map. We're not playing it Go Hard, Go Home or anything else like that. We're playing it as vanilla, and we are going to be not using any mods at all except for quality of life mods. So, for instance, things like easy development mod from GTX, Follow Me, Course Play, and that will probably be about the extent of it. I'm not going to use any auto load. Well, I don't know. I may well recant that and use auto loading because you know how bad I am with pallets. Although I'm not planning on doing too much production other than the base game production. I won't be using the Dragon Den pack, for instance. It's going to be purely vanilla. So the only thing I'll be using is vanilla equipment and the equipment from the DLCs. So that'll give you a bit of an idea of what we're going to be doing going forward. Tailor's shop. Haven't got any leather. Oh, I might have leather. No, I haven't got any leather. I need to take some cows and stuff for slaughter, I think. We'll just put that there anyway. That's okay. That's okay. Haven't got any barrels. That's fine. Okay, well, that production is all fine. All right, that's all good. Here we go. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have that new map playing on a vanilla mode. And that will be it. So I'm going to limit myself to effectively 3 maps, which means you get to see more gameplay on 3 maps instead of the broad cycle you've got at the moment. But anyway, hopefully that will suffice. Now, what we're going to do now is just worry about what we're going to do here today. So what I'm also thinking, there's not a lot else to do, so I might just have to go off and sell more product. So today might be just a day of profit. So we might take some wool. Let me see. I'll take a truckload of wool. 330 pallets of wool. That's not a small amount of wool, is it? All right, let's load that up. Let's go there and there. Right. Let's get the wool going again. Right, here we go. Select our wool. There we go. There we go. All right. 2 trailers full. I'll just move forward, get the 3rd trailer going. Go, pull him in. Around we go. Right. There we go. And up we go. We'll finish off. What have we got there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, about 20. Just need about 20 of wool. Where is the wool? Here we go. We've got so much I haven't even really put up a dint in it, have we? There we go. Okay. Right, so I need a bit more than 20. Put that over there. 2 on this side and 4 on that side. Is that right? So that's 4. So 6. Get a full load of wool. There we go. 6. There we go. And that should be a full truckload. There we go. Nice. Look at that. All right. So we'll take this off and sell this. Oh, I've got that horrible bug now. Right. One of the other things I've got since, and this is more a gameplay thing. I don't know if you guys have had the same thing with FS22. Since the last patch, there's 2 main bugs I've had. And it is game-wise. Number one I've spoken about before is the tabbing. So if you tab into another vehicle, sometimes you sit there and it'll take a second or 2 to tab over. That's one problem. The other problem is when you get to your vehicle, you can't get into it. I could just all of a sudden just won't allow you to use the E key or whatever you're using to enter into the truck. Now I have tried changing the key assignments, and that hasn't fixed it. But then if you then tab, if you can't enter it with the entering button or whatever you got assigned to it, then you tab and then you switch, like either tab forward, tab backwards to it, then that's fine. You're in, and then you get in and out of it again. So it's just a bit of an aberration. But anyway, and as you can see the terrain. Got nothing growing in that orchard. You see my rendering distance and all that is not quite at where it should be, and that's something I've just got to fine tune, and I apologise for that. But I assure you, sooner rather than later, I will have it all sorted, hopefully. The other thing is I generally just want to talk about the fact that having been an NVIDIA supporter all my PC timing, so I've had nothing but NVIDIA, apart from back in the early days when I had creative Voodoo graphics and stuff like that. But since NVIDIA's been on the scene, that's all I've ever used. I've never touched AMD before. I've not certainly looked at the Intel series, although that is showing some promise as well for low to mid range. I must say I'm actually suitably impressed with the AMD offering at the moment. Like I said, for a lot of other games, I'm getting superior performance than what I was from the 3080. And again, I know it's the next generation on, so I should be getting better performance. However, sometimes the performance is a bit surprising. Now, the other good part about the matter of the fact is it's a lot cheaper, and particularly here in Australia, where the difference between the cards is significantly more than what you would find like in the US and stuff like that, just due to exchange rates and the Aussie tax. There's a thing here in Australia where we get price gouged from software companies, hardware companies, and all that sort of stuff. And we're not talking about the PC shops and stuff like that so much. It's more the actual manufacturers and distributors. When they bring it to Australia, they make up all these extra costs and inflation because they've got to transport a bit further and all that sort of stuff. And it's just ridiculous. It's like, so one of my pet peeves is certainly software. So like, for instance, the Adobe Creative Suite, we effectively can pay up to 3 times more than what you do in the US for exactly the same product. Taking into consideration the exchange rate, 3 times what the equivalent amount is, because of the fact that they just can. So it's an absolute rip-off in that regard. But you're forced to do it, and especially with everything being region locked and stuff like that, software-wise and stuff, it makes it very difficult sometimes to defeat. I know there's VPNs and all that sort of stuff, but when you've got to get your license and all that sort of stuff and log into occasionally, it's not quite so easy to defeat that. If anyone knows how to do that, then that's fine, but I certainly don't, and my my Creative Suite license costs me a mozza every month. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, what have we else got left? Just seeing whether we get rid of some of the jam and the juice. We've got 116,000 maple syrup. We might get rid of the maple syrup. We're not using that for anything at the moment. I'm going to leave some of the wool there. I don't want to get rid of all the wool. Wine, pear pie, maple syrup. There we go. 146 pallets of maple syrup. And I didn't set my truck up. Alright, let's go back and get some more maple syrup because we stuffed that up. Go. Maple syrup. There we go. And then we get the normal obligatory occasional screw up with the trailers, with them not wanting to auto load properly. It'd be nice if that could actually be fixed so it didn't do that. But it is what it is. I'm just going to reverse up, finish loading that trailer. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the next trailer, we'll offload, we'll reload. There we go. Bring him up. Right, now we should be able to load the rest of it in there. There we go. And go. And again, it's not. So this is, I say the obligatory normal problem with the trailers. The problem with it is, generally I've found, if you don't force and unload from the trailers, it will not do a full load of the trailer in its return. You know, that's just going to have to do. So by the fact that we didn't unload, the unloading it at the shop is just, it just unloads it automatically. We're not actually manually forcing the unload. It causes the mod to somehow think that there is stuff that's still on the trailer, so it doesn't load fully. Then if you force unload it and then reload it, it generally will load correctly after that. And that's what we did just then. But anyway. All right. Right, so we'll take this off down here, unload, and then we'll see what else we got to do. So what we'll probably also do at some point is we'll fast forward. Although we're probably gonna start getting stuff to do pretty quick, but we'll fast forward a couple of days or months where we've got nothing else going on. Although, like I said, we might have to look at my sheep and my cows. I might have to take some off for slaughter, because, well, why not? We're not going to need them after December, so we could just sell off all the cattle, for instance. Well, what'd that get us? $208,000 for that maple syrup load. Very nice. All right, I'm just going to go down into here. I don't think there's going to be anything here. I'm just going to go check. Don't think the train's coming. Wouldn't be the first time I've been taken out by the train. Right, we'll go around here and have a look and see. A little bit of cereal there. There's one box. We might just grab what's here and we'll go put it into the warehouse. Why not? Okay. Here we go. I just had to pause. See, the game just pauses like that. And that's what sort of happens sometimes. Unload and reload. Unload. Alright, I'll grab this maple syrup. Okay, and we'll grab the eggs that are over at the chicken pens over here. Now, this will have to be done very carefully so we don't get stuck. Although we have given ourselves enough room over here that we should be okay. Just don't turn too early. There we go. Alright, that should be tickety-boo. I don't think we've got anything on the hard stands there. No, we don't. That's okay. Nothing on the hard stand. Oh, maybe we do. I'll have to go and check. We got a load of maple syrup and eggs. Don't think there's anything out here. I'll just check to make sure. Especially with the view range not being set to maximum at the moment, or not performing at a maximum. It looks as though that's okay. Right, so nothing on the hard stands. Right. So back to the farm we go. Offload this into the warehouse as we said, and then we'll go from there. So in referring to closing off of this series as well, similarly to the Elm Creek series, I will make the map available to those of you that wish to play the map. Not all the mods will come with the map. I will include the map